Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Yasmin, I'm 22 and I'm a single mom to 3 little girls. So I feel like I have a lot of very interesting life updates to give you guys, and I just want to be connected and be best friends again because I feel like I've been like very distant lately. I don't know, I feel like my life has just been super crazy this whole summer in good ways, some very good ways. And it's just been a lot of change. So I posted a thing on my Instagram for you guys to ask questions. Before we get into this video, don't forget to check out all of my other socials down below. I always have them all linked in my description. I also just put out a new song. I'm really excited about it. I think I'm gonna start putting out songs in the first of every month. I'd say one of the biggest questions that I get lately, other than asking about Logan and I, which we'll talk about in a second, is questions about my mom and my little brother. First of all, like I said, I just feel like I've been disconnected because I haven't been sharing like I used to share about my life, and I love being open and sharing my stories as a way to like connect with you guys and help other people. It's always kind of just what my platform has been about. I don't know, sharing about things that happen in my life that aren't so normal. I feel like it's helped a lot of people feel less alone in their lives that have similar stories or can relate. And that's honestly just what keeps me going and like keeps me like continuing to do this. And because I've decided not to share about Logan and I right away, I felt just really disconnected because I don't know, I feel like I just like couldn't be honest about my life and a lot of things going on in my life. And it was just really confusing because my channel used to all be about our relationship and our family, and now it's like all completely different with no explanation, and I feel like I don't want that, and I want to be connected with you guys again, and I want to share about what went wrong in our relationship. I am going to, so probably in the next couple of videos I will talk about it all, which is scary, but also I feel like gonna feel freeing and just relieving, and hopefully help some of you guys out there that might have been in or are in a similar relationship or are looking for a sign to walk away. We will talk about it. But another thing that I used to share about with you guys a lot is my mom and my little brother. For any of you guys who don't know about that, you can just honestly look it up on my channel because there's a whole bunch of videos about it. Nothing has changed. Literally the same for anyone who's seen any, like whatever my most recent update on that was, nothing has changed. He's still with the foster family. Mom's situation's the same. It is sad, but it is what it is right now, and there's nothing that I can do to change it right now. I feel like my family has done everything in their power to try to get my little brother out of the system and with our family. If it was an option for me, I would honestly drop everything and take him in, which sounds crazy, but I'm crazy, so I would do it. I connected with him. He's my biological brother, and yeah, baby uncle. I haven't seen him since his first birthday, which was like way earlier this year. I would love to. Things are pretty much still the same, and it's really sad, and the system is really messed up. If there is any other further updates in the future, I definitely will let you guys know. But as of right now, he's still in the foster care system, and things with my mom are the same. Somebody said compare and contrast your baby daddies. That's funny. Delaney. What are your plans for the future, aspirations, goals, and whatnot? With this whole, all the changes going on in my life, I have just really been rethinking just everything, and I decided, I think I would love to continue just doing social media as I do it. It's such a blessing that I've been able to do this as my job for so long, and I don't take it for granted, and I love doing it, and yeah, so I want to continue with that, but I do also want to start a clothing brand, potentially. I have also been wanting to just like put out music. It isn't easy to make a career out of that, but as like a side hobby that I can also make some money from, it's super fun, and I would like to take it a little more seriously now, I guess. It's kind of what I'm doing right now, and I definitely do also want to go back to school because I never went to college. So not back to school, to school. Laela is starting kindergarten this year also, which I get some questions about. She's starting, and I'm so excited, and like thinking about it makes me so emotional. We went and got to like meet her teacher and like see her school, and it's just, I can't even believe it that she's gonna be in kindergarten. It's crazy. Anna might be able to do preschool this year as well, but as they're all getting older and like starting preschool, kindergarten and stuff, I'll have like a lot more time on my hands too to be able to do classes and such. So I don't know what exactly yet, but I have a couple different ideas. So many people, just going back to Logan and I, so many people ask if Logan and I are gonna get back together. And at first I kind of thought maybe down the line that could be an option. Realistically, I don't think so. I don't know, you never know, but I just don't think, right now I would say probably not. And I think it just took me a while, like, to be out of our relationship to realize that. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do a separate video, but we are like on speaking terms and we're friends. Obviously still run into problems here and there and are just trying to figure out co-parenting, and it's mostly gonna just be me having the kids, which again is like what I wanted to split up and I wanted to not be in a relationship anymore or live together anymore. Yeah, it's about to just be me having the kids most of the time, and he's obviously always still gonna see them and be in their lives, but he is starting new work. It's a little further away, so he's not gonna be around here as much, and I'm super happy for him, and it's obviously gonna be great for his future and the kids' futures as well. They'll obviously still see them, but it's just gonna have to be around his new schedule, which is gonna be really busy at first, I think. People have been asking if I'm gonna move out of my house, which I don't know why people are asking that, but we actually are moving. Again, I have a whole separate video on that, but we are not selling my house. I'm planning to rent it. I have some other ideas for that, which I talked about in another video that you guys will see. Sorry. A lot of people have asked about dating. Somebody asked like if he was ever to be in a relationship with another girl, if I'd like how that would work with the kids and all that stuff, and it is like a huge topic just to even think about and like figure out what the right way to go about it is when it comes to like have like the kids, because I'm always so worried about like I don't want to confuse them or like have people in and out of their lives and stuff. So I've always said that you should know somebody for, or at least for me with like my kids, like I want to have known somebody for a long time before I introduce them into my kids' life, like as a partner of mine, if that makes sense. I would say the same would probably go for him, I guess. I mean, I don't really know exactly his view on it, but he has said he doesn't want to have, like his kids have a mom and he doesn't want to have other people in their lives, like in that sense. But from my standpoint, I would be comfortable if he was serious with somebody for a while, with them meeting the kids, and anybody that's gonna be a good role in my kids' lives, like, and just be a good other adult in my kids' lives is like cool with me. It's the same to me as like having any aunt or uncle around that's like one of our friends. As long as they play a good part in our kids' lives, I think that that's great. And as far as I go, I very unexpectedly happened to get into a relationship, which again I'm not going to talk a lot about in this video. My camera keeps overheating, so it's going to be a little louder. Sorry for the background noise of my car. Yeah, I very unexpectedly got into a relationship, but like I was saying, I've actually known this person for a really long time. Yeah, we were good friends, and now we are more than good friends. But the dynamic is interesting because it's somebody that already knew my kids and had a pretty close like relationship with my kids, just like as a friend. I don't know, I'm really happy. So it is interesting like dating as a single mom, and like for me, I don't like feel like I want to date somebody or like to have somebody else raising my kids with me. Like I want to be able to just date for me, and like I said again, like whoever I'm with can have a, if they can have a positive role in my kids' lives, like great, but I don't need to have like be dating somebody for them to raise my kids with me. At least not right now. My camera keeps dying or overheating. I forget what I was talking about, but so to answer the question, yeah, I am dating. The summer has felt like a coming of age movie, but I'm 22. I also did decide that I don't want to have like, even if it gets serious, it's kind of serious. If I get serious with this person or anyone, I don't think I ever want to have a public relationship again. I just don't think that I just don't think I want to do that again, because it adds so much more pressure to your relationship. I don't have any regrets or anything like that. It's just, you know, we don't need to get into it. Laela is, for anyone who doesn't know, not biologically Logan's, but he raised her with me since she was 4 months old, and their relationship remains the same. It's not any different with him and her as it is with him and the other girls, and same with his family. They still pick her up when they pick up the kids to like have sleepovers on the weekends and whatever. So yeah, that is all the same. People have asked how the kids are handling the breakup, and I'm sure it is confusing. Like, they've said things here and there, like, are you guys gonna be back together? Like, are you guys gonna get married? And are definitely, like, a little bit confused, I'm sure, but I think us being able to have a good relationship has made it better, because, like, it's, I don't know, I could imagine that being hard on kids, like, with divorce and everything, is, like, when your parents, like, won't even speak to each other, and it's just, like, hostile, and you have to communicate for them and all this stuff. Like, it's, I think us being able to maintain a good relationship has made it, like, not that as difficult for them as it could be. But obviously it would be hard for any kid, and I think that they're handling it fine, but it is a lot of change at once, especially with us also planning on moving. It's been hard, but they're happy and healthy, and we've had a really good summer, and Laela's super excited to start school. Yeah, I would say overall, like, they're good. People have also asked if I've, like, lost friends and such throughout the breakup, and about, like, Logan's brother, Colby, because he lived with us, and I honestly, like, haven't really seen him much or talked to him that much, but he was also just, like, really busy this summer. But as far as that goes, like, I will always love that kid. Like, he is my own brother, and I don't really know. A lot of people have also asked, which I guess they kind of answered that, it's about me being with girls, because I've talked about being bisexual before, and I haven't really explored that much yet. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, no, I don't know that I would be interested in, like, dating a girl or having a relationship with a girl. I don't know, because I've never tried like dating, like actually being in a relationship. So that answers that. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, she definitely has a girlfriend now, but no. Yeah, it's actually a lot of the questions now that I'm looking at it. Everyone's like, are you exploring being bi now? A lot of people have asked about the podcast, and I totally want to bring it back. It's been, like, super hectic these last few weeks just getting Laela registered for school and ready for kindergarten. I do want to bring back the podcast. I'm not exactly sure how. I don't know if me and Madison are going to do it, or if we're going to rebrand, or, like, what. But yeah, I definitely do want to bring that back. I love doing it, and it was just so much fun. So I totally am down to do that. I know it's been forever, and if circumstances were different, we probably would have continued on with the new season way earlier, but yeah, obviously things have just been crazy, and Madison's in a relationship, which I'm so happy for her. We do want to bring it back. I also have the podcast link down below, so if you guys haven't seen the podcast, go watch the first season. A lot of people also asked about us being engaged, and if we were engaged for so long because we had problems, and really no, it was more just about, like, I don't know, it was more just about, like, not knowing what we wanted for a wedding, and just having 3 really young kids on top of that. It was just like we just weren't able to plan the wedding, pretty much. Like, we would try, and then it would just get too complicated. Maybe subconsciously a little bit, but that wasn't really why. Laela's biological dad. Haven't talked about him in quite a while on my channel, because he has been, like, I've not heard from him in, I want to say, like, 2 years. It's been definitely over a year. However, I got a call from him, and I posted about this on some of my other platforms, but I got a call from him, and he's in jail. He definitely went down a bad path after we split up, like when I was pregnant with Laela, which was so long ago. I genuinely hope for the best for him, and hope that this is, like, good for him, and that he can come out. And we even talked about, like, him seeing Laela if he comes out and clean up his life and everything, which, like, I seriously would love for that for both of them. I was very shocked when I got that phone call. Yeah, we talked about him, you know, potentially getting to be in Laela's life at some point, which I think would be great. Like I said, he wouldn't necessarily probably just take on a dad role like that, but just to slowly, like, introduce him to her after he is able to, like, kind of get things together for a long period of time to prove stability before I ever would let that happen. So that's interesting. And yeah, again, just hope for the best for him always. Super interesting how this happens, because I didn't even know my dad growing up. Other people have also asked that if I had contact with him, and, like, no, not really. But I didn't know him at all growing up. I heard, like, a few stories here and there, but Laela's dad and my dad, very similar. Very similar. Like, it's scary. And I didn't meet him. I didn't meet my dad until after my relationship with him, with Laela's dad. But yeah, very similar in, like, personalities, and just, like, the in and out of jail, like, the whole story, which is just like, wow. It's like the crazy how cycles repeat, and it's like you have to actively, like, try so hard to break them, and it's just crazy how it's like it's happened. But I actually got another question that said, don't you think you should have tried to stay with Logan so that you don't become a replica of your mother? That was such a great way of wording that, thank you. No, I don't think I should have stayed in a relationship that was obviously so toxic for me that I felt like I had to leave even though we were raising kids together. We're so young. In my mind, I'm like, why would I stay in this relationship that's obviously toxic for both of us? We still have like our whole lives ahead of us, and it's just like, it felt like that's what would be better for both of us and the kids, even though initially it's gonna be hard to like get used to the change, and it's obviously not gonna be the perfect family dynamic that everybody hopes for, but in the long run I think it will be, and it has been, way better. I don't think that makes me a replica of my mom, because I think as long as I don't start doing hard that, I'll be fine. The bar is set pretty low for me, to be completely honest. Just kidding. I want to way surpass the bar, obviously, and I am, you know, trying my hardest. I like have to get that out of my head, because obviously I think about that all the time. I'm like, wow, like I like so badly wanted to have what I didn't have for my kids, and it didn't work out. But I don't think that that is so bad. I just have to make the best of what I have in front of me, even if it's not normal. Plus, I mean, in the long run, I think it's also healthier for the kids, and there's probably so many families like where it would have been healthier for parents to split up rather than having a toxic relationship. I think it's better for them this way than to not see a good example of a healthy relationship, which we tried. We did for so long. You guys know we talked about it, and we obviously talked about how we had problems, and we talked about how we tried to work through them, and we really did, and it just like, we just obviously didn't go into what they were, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. People have been asking if I want to travel, and I would love to travel this year. Obviously Laela being in school makes that a little different, but yeah, if I were to like even just like solo travel for like long weekends or whatever, definitely something that I want to do more now. Some places I want to travel to, I want to go back to Washington and get to travel around there, because I've recently went there for my cousin's wedding, and I want to actually get to like see more of it, because we were obviously just like pretty busy there doing wedding stuff, so I want to get to like actually go there and see stuff there. That's just one example of somewhere I would love to go visit. There's a lot of places just in the US that I haven't been to, that I'd love to see, especially like out west. I want to put out more videos just about what it's been like getting through a breakup, and especially with kids. But somebody just asked for like advice from mom considering splitting up with their partner, and I would say for me, obviously you should want to work on things and figure things out. Like, there's gonna be problems in any relationship. So for me, something that helped was I would journal or like write in my notes whenever I like felt upset about or like any issues we were having, but I felt like I couldn't communicate about it effectively even if I like tried, and I would write down my feelings. I have such terrible memory. I realized like I would go back and look at these things that I would write about, just like how I was feeling about certain things that would happen in our relationship, and it kind of made me realize after a long time, like, wow, so this isn't like new that I'm feeling like this this has been a long time in our relationship that we've had these issues and I felt like this. And I think that kind of helped me realize like we've tried and it hasn't gotten where I want it to get. So journal, write down your feelings. If you feel like you can't talk to your partner about how you're feeling, like write it down and then maybe come back to it later with them. Or if like it gets to that point, that might help you realize whether or not like it's gonna work in the long term. One last thing, people have asked about changing up my channel and not having the kids on my channel as much, and that is something I always wanted to do once Laela started kindergarten around this age. I think that that's probably going to be happening, is that they're going to be on my channel a little bit less. Yeah, and my channel can just kind of be more about me and my life as a mom without being so personally about their lives right now. Anyways, I think that's all the updates that I need to give you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and want to see more. And please put any more questions that you guys have down below, because I'll probably film more of these soon. And look out for the more detailed videos on all of these things that I've talked about coming up. This was kind of a teaser, I guess, in some ways. And also, don't forget to go stream my new song. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you so much. You guys are all like seriously have gotten me through life, and I could not emphasize more how much I appreciate all of you guys that watch my videos and support me. I just want to be connected again and like actually share my truth with you guys again. I've just needed this time to process, and that's why I've been so distant. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye.